Hello and welcome
interruptions.
Oh, let me turn this on silent.
The Pop Culture Monster Race.
Does mother know you wear it for grace?
All your pop culture needs. And here are your hosts, Aiden Munga and Brett Page.
Hello and welcome back to the PCMR podcast, where we talk about movies, TV shows, video games, comic books, and other such things that definitely do not matter at all. I am your host, as always, Aiden Munga, joined
Yes, you are.
by my illustrious co-host, Brett Page.
Yes, I am.
And today we'll be talking about a plethora of things.
Yes.
We have some good trailers.
Mm-hmm.
We've got some good news.
Oh, yeah.
We've got some good speculation.
Mm-hmm.
And some posters that have come out that have given titles to films that were yet to have titles.
Yes. Many things and stuff and newsy type things and whatever.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. But before we get into all of that, Brett, how have you been?
I've been busy getting my car fixed finally.
Mm.
For all you who don't know, I've been driving a shitbox for the last few years. And because I've just moved...
That's an accurate description of it.
Yeah. And because I've just moved state in Victoria, you don't have to go through any tests or anything in your car to register it. You can just go online, pay the money, and it's registered. But in New South Wales, it has to go through a bunch of tests and whatever.
They're a bit pedantic about it, aren't they?
Yeah, so I have to fix up a bunch of things about my car before I can get it registered here.
Mm.
So,
Some bullshit. Well, you've had like the opposite day to me, where you've had like a shit one. I've had a pretty good one. You know, I got approved for 2 houses, paid a deposit for
well, I
one.
technically did too, because I'm going to be living there.
Yeah, well, you didn't pay the deposit, so you don't. It's my house right now.
I'm going to be living there when it gets to it, though.
You're gonna owe me some money when you get there. Yeah, got a deposit. So I'm moving out soon. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, we're going to be living together.
That'll be interesting. Yeah, and we've got the hottest 100 tomorrow.
Yeah,
Ooh.
hottest 100 day.
So by the time this podcast comes out, you well, whoever cares will know
Yeah.
whatever that one is.
Does it be like One America Living? It's like, what's the hardest 100?
Do you ever like, what do you want it to be, and what do you think it'll be?
Oh, like the top of the hottest 100?
Yeah, number one,
I kind of want it to be Childish Gambino.
Redbone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of want it to be Redbone.
I think it'll be high, but I don't think it'll be number one.
I don't think it'll be number one. It's probably going to be some situation again like Hoops.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck is this?
Like, I'd heard it, but I was like, is this the song that everyone voted for? Like, this is a nothing song
I
to me.
think
It's like,
everyone was shocked when Hoops got it over King Kunta.
exactly. Like, here we have this fucking anthem of excellence, and in, beating it, some
Hoops
and everything.
Got back, everything.
such a boring song. So boring. I feel like we're going to get a situation like that, but I'm also feeling like this year could be better than last year, because there were some good songs.
Yeah. Have you made any
2016.
plans for tomorrow? You're just going to sit at home?
Oh, I think I'm working until 3, and then I think I just got invited to a house party, so I think I'm going to go straight from work to there.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm doing nothing.
I got, you know how our friends in Sarah Lisa, shout out to them, they had
Shout out.
they had a shirt order for like an Australian.
Oh, yeah.
Got me one of them, so I'm wearing that after work. That's going to be my Australia Day shirt.
Nice.
It's it's
nice.
pretty sick. So it's like, it's a kangaroo that's a robot being ridden by Ned Kelly, and there's also like a dingo stealing a baby in a pram. It's pretty. It's a lot of Australianisms. I like it. It's funny.
It's busy.
It's a busy shirt. It's a good design. It's the same guy who did our logo, actually, Tristan Tate.
Oh, yeah, he does a lot.
Yeah,
He's a busy
talented
man. Yeah.
Talented man.
Talented, busy man.
Mm-hmm. So shout out to him once again, bringing them goods.
So, yeah. Anyway, you had a good day getting accepted by houses, but I've had... See, I had booked in to get my muffler done is one of the many things I had to do, and I to turn on my car and my battery was dead. So I had to sort that out, got a new battery, and I went to do a blood test because health,
Yeah.
and I fucking passed out like a little bitch.
Well, did you expect any different, Brett? I mean, you are a little bitch, so you would pass out.
I don't know, like, it was really weird though, 'cause I'm not a fan of needles, but at the same time, I wasn't freaking out.
Who is? Heroin addicts, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But see, I wasn't freaking out though. But
I think even they're like, oh, do I have to stick a needle in me? Oh,
yeah.
could I just eat it like cereal? Could you put some... Could I eat the heroin with milk?
See, that's
is what
why
I'm
I
asking.
could never be a heroin addict, Aiden, because I couldn't do the needle.
Nah, I can't do any of the fingers. Like, if you can drink it up with a straw,
Like-
is that one way to do
Yeah.
it?
Like, have you
I don't
ever
know.
given blood or had blood tests done before?
Yeah, a while ago, yeah.
Yeah, this was my first ever time. Never had blood taken out of me before. So, and I think what freaked me out is because she put it in, and I hadn't drank anything all day, and so she couldn't get any blood out. And
Yeah.
I was fine. Then she took it out, and then I just had a minor freak out. It was like, oh my god, she's gonna have to stab me like 50 times, like in those horror stories I hear. And that's when I was like, wow, I'm feeling lightheaded.
Just goes to stab you. It's like, this isn't blood. All I can find is Coke Zero. What have you been drinking?
Shh, don't let them know my addiction.
I think they already know. Well, is that's
that's-
all your personal information you want to share with the world?
Yeah.
That you're a little bitch and your bloodstream is just pure Coke Zero?
Hey, I didn't mean to pass out, okay? And I wasn't even nervous. It just happened. It happens.
It happens.
My mum
Alright.
made fucking fun of me when it happened because she was in the waiting room because she'd driven me because I'd already dropped my car off at the muffler.
Every time I think I'm like, am I being too mean to Brett? Then I just remember that your mum is way worse.
My
it's
mum
like,
laughed at me when I passed out.
I've got to keep up. Like I'm falling behind.
Then I came home and obviously I'd passed out, so I was feeling pretty shitty. I came home, my sister laughed at me too.
The roasting your family gives you is endless entertainment to me, quite honestly.
It's because your family is just the opposite.
No, they like me.
I should spend more time at your family. They all like me. When I talk to your mum, it's a nice civil conversation.
I don't know. That's small doses. If they spent a large amount of time with you, it might shift.
I cannot imagine your mum being mean like my mum is.
Nah, I mean, I don't know. Do you want to test it out? You want to test that theory?
Test the waters.
Spend a weekend there and wait until she's like, Brett, why are you such a fat cunt?
I would pay money to hear your mum say that, honestly.
No, she wouldn't say that.
I know she wouldn't. She's
No.
too nice. She's lovely.
She's a nice lady. All right, let's get into these.
Yeah.
Our first bit of news. Want to talk about some Oscar
Yeah.
nominations?
Big story.
Yeah.
So I think we'll just, read out what's nominated in each category, say what we think will win and what we want to win. How about
All
that?
right, yeah. Best picture. Let's just read what we want to win out of it, and then.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so best picture. We've got some couple of nominations here. I'm pretty keen to win. We've got Arrival, Hell or High Water, and La La Land. Now, there's a part of me that's thinking, yeah, La La Land is going to win because
it's a Hollywood
it's
film.
set in Los Angeles. It's about the Hollywood system. It's got that nostalgia for like, remember when there were musicals and dance numbers? Waka waka.
Yeah.
Going into that, I was thinking like, man, I'm going to hate this. But it is delightful.
Yeah.
It is lovely. You do watch it and feel super good
It's
afterwards.
a good time, but, it's a film about Hollywood, so I think it's going to win.
But at the same time, I think Hell or High Water, it does hit a lot of like
Yeah, it
some good
does.
notes about like,
It's one of those ones that are going to all the critics will love.
yeah, it's probably going to be like a number one on a lot of lists. But also, Manchester by the Sea is getting a lot of buzz, but it's also getting some fucking splashback because Casey Affleck, he did that. It was like a couple of years ago, 2010. He like sexually assaulted someone and then settled out of court. And I think someone from one of the cast members of Fresh Off the Boat was tweeting about it. It's like, really? Fucking Casey Affleck gets nominated for an Oscar again? Dude can just sexually assault women and then keep getting nominated for shit?
I didn't hear about this.
Yeah, I'm only just learning about this today. But
Then
that's-
again, all the stuff about Johnny Depp comes out and he's still working.
That's
so
true. He's still getting
Hollywood
heaps of goddamn
doesn't
work.
really care.
No, as long as you can. Oh,
I just spilt my water all over me.
Da 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 da.
It didn't get on any electronics.
No, just you.
Just
Damn.
me.
All right, well done.
Just
Well
me.
done.
Okay, let's pause this.
You want to
shit.
pause that? All right, back. Brett has put a towel down.
Yeah.
Bit drier.
Change my shorts. And we have a puppy on my
We have a
lap.
pup dog now. Good old doggo to keep us calm and relaxed.
Yes.
Good dog. He's a good doggo. Oh, he's squirming.
Yeah.
He's running. Fucking backflipped.
He did a backflip.
Oh, damn.
Flying
out.
puppy.
No. Oh, he wants to be with me. Yeah. Yeah, you do. There you go. Oh.
There we go. Okay. So what we were saying. Okay. So you. So you think La La Land's gonna win? Is that what
I'm thinking La La Land's gonna win.
What do you want to win?
I want a rival to win.
Yeah, I want Arrival to win as well.
Yeah.
So I think we're agreed on that category.
All right.
So,
What do we got next?
yeah. Oh, the
Lead
other
actor?
Yeah, the other ones in that category, real quick: Fences, Hacksaw Ridge, Hidden Figures, Lion, Manchester by the Sea, Moonlight.
I wouldn't mind some love for Lion just because it's Australian.
Yeah. Anyway, lead actor we have Casey Affleck, Manchester by the Sea, Andrew Garfield, Hacksaw Ridge, Ryan Gosling, La La Land, Viggo
Mortensen.
Mortensen,
Aragon.
in Captain Fantastic, and Denzel Washington in Fences. La La Land is the only one I've seen right now.
You know, Ryan Gosling wasn't Oscar-worthy performance in La La Land.
Yeah.
The film is an Oscar-worthy thing, but I wouldn't say his performance was like the standout thing.
He was
for me.
good, but
I'd say
get to a
Denzel
point where
Washington in Fences just because I want Denzel Washington to have an Oscar. So
yeah.
I think another one. I don't know if he's already got one.
Let's go with that. I wouldn't be mad if Andrew Garfield got it. He's never blown me away, but he seems like a great guy, and I want nothing but good things for him. This puppy loves. Yeah, this puppy loves your socks.
He's eating my laces. I'm gonna.
Your socks, your laces. Yeah. Okay. There we go.
All right.
Okay, wait. Yeah. I want nothing but good things for Andrew Garfield. He seems like a sweetheart, and I want nothing but good things for him.
I haven't heard terrible things about him yet, so yeah.
Yeah, he seems like a sweetheart. And in Hollywood terms, the level for being a sweetheart is not sexually assaulting women.
He hasn't sexually assaulted anyone as far as I know. What a sweetheart.
Yeah, pretty much.
Also, I hear that he loves lasagna and hates Mondays. So there you go.
Garfield. Okay, lead actress.
What we got?
We got Isabel Huppert in Elle.
Don't know what that is.
Oh, we can see it better now. We have Ruth Negga. That is
Negga.
very close to a word I shouldn't say.
Negga.
In Loving, Natalie Portman in Jackie.
Oh,
Emma
yeah.
Stone in La La Land. And
Yeah.
Meryl Streep in Florence Foster Jenkins. I've never heard of any of these films other than Jackie and La La Land.
Loving is the one about the couple that like they keep getting like arrested because they're like a mixed race couple. It's got
Oh,
Joel Edgerton in it. I'm pretty sure.
okay. Have you
Yeah.
seen it?
I haven't seen it. I've heard a review. I heard the review was good. One of them like really liked it. The other one was kind of like, it's okay. So I'd like it to probably go to Ruth Negga just because to make up for last year's hashtag Oscar so white. So
Yeah.
anytime there's a black
Yeah, they
Oscar,
seem like they really
give it to them.
Yeah, they seem like they've made up for it this year.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean
especially-
Denzel. They've got like their stalwarts, like Denzel. We can nominate him for something.
Yeah.
Ruth Negga,
Because,
Sure.
yeah, they got some diversity because,
Moonlight as well.
Yeah, Hidden Figures, it's one for Best Picture, and isn't it about, like, the black women who worked at NASA and their fight for their
Yeah,
equality?
and Moonlight is about black gay teens. So again, there's some.
There? Yeah, they've got diversity in it.
And
this year.
Fences again is another black film.
There you go.
That's a.
And Lion, the Indian guy.
They've made a concerted effort.
They've
this year.
made a
It's like,
definite
Come on,
effort.
we cannot go Oscar so white again.
Yeah,
There's got to be good things out there. So
Yeah.
well, there is. Here you go.
Yeah, okay, let's supporting actress. I think by this point we'll just say the winners.
Give it to Viola Davis or Nicole Kidman. Actually,
Yeah.
damn, they've got two: Viola Davis, Octavia Spencer, and Naomi Harris. They've nominated the shit out of them black women.
I want to go Nicole Kidman. I haven't seen Lion yet.
I
but
assume she's good in it. Yeah.
Australian.
Yeah, gotta go Australian.
Let's go Australian.
True. Best director.
Stop barking, dog. Bark.
See, for me, it's between the two I've seen, which is La La Land and Arrival, because the direction in La La Land is amazing.
I have to go Arrival, man. I have to go Arrival.
Yeah.
Because I think, like,
Maybe
Arrival, the Dennis Villeneuve.
Villeneuve, yes.
Villeneuve.
He's one to watch.
Great.
Yeah.
And it's like, I feel like when you're a director and you get to the point where it's like you go to the film because of the director's name.
Yeah.
'Cause, like, if you go to one of his films, you're not going for the actors, you're going for him.
Yeah, if I hear Dennis Villeneuve is directing something, I'm like, oh, well, I'm going to go see that.
Yeah.
It's same with, like, Edgar Wright. Like,
Yeah,
if Edgar Wright's
Edgar
directing
Wright.
someone, I'm like,
Steven
Yeah.
Spielberg.
most of the time.
Oh, yeah. Well, I feel like maybe older Spielberg.
I think these days I'm interested to see what he's doing, but I'm not always going to rush it.
Older
Because
Spielberg.
I didn't see Warhorse, but I did see Bridge of Spies. That's kind of... Or I didn't see Lincoln either. So it kind of like...
Or older Spielberg.
Yeah.
Anyway, best animated feature, or I think I have to give it to Kubo and the Two Strings.
It's probably going to go to Zootopia.
Yeah, I hope it goes to Kubo and Two Strings. So did you end up watching
I haven't seen it yet, but I'm always a supporter of stop motion animation.
It's great. It's stop motion animation, really well done, and it's like really Asian culture inspired.
So kind of like a Avatar: The Last Airbender kind of situation.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Cool.
Anyway,
What's next?
Animated short.
I have no idea.
Only one I've seen is Borrowed Time. That was one I told you about.
Oh.
That was by the Pixar animators that did it as a side project. It was
Okay.
kind of really dark.
Oh, neat. Adapted screenplay. I'm gonna say probably Arrival.
Yeah, Arrival. We're getting to the more obscure ones now.
Original screenplay, Hell or High Water. Like, or The Lobster. Ooh.
The Lobster.
Hell or Have you seen The Lobster? Okay, it's a...
That's me shaking my head.
Yeah.
Using physical justice on a podcast.
Yeah, it's worth checking out. I think the less I say about it, the better.
Okay.
But
One of those.
if you like really, really dry British comedies, it's worth checking out. Because it's dry. And it's like you... Everyone's performance in it is very kind of like... but, like, it's funny.
Mm.
So, yeah, I'd definitely say check out The Lobster. I'm going to say Hell or High Water just because that script is tight. Yeah.
Hell or High Water.
Cinematography, I'm really fucking torn between like Arrival and La La Land. I was probably going to go with La La Land just because some of the shots in that, especially like those long tracking shots for those musical numbers, were fucking amazing.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
I was sitting there the whole time going...
Before you reminded me of those long tracking shots, I was thinking Arrival. But no, I think... Thinking of those really huge tracking shots, they did those really well, so got to have to go with that as well.
Yeah, La La Land definitely deserves that.
Lion, Moonlight, Silence.
Yeah.
There's
Documentary, I'm going to say...
I Am Not Your Negro. There you go. I haven't seen it, but Black
I've
Lights.
heard the 13th is pretty good. That's the one that's on Netflix. It's about like the 13th Amendment and how it's like basically the new version of slavery.
Oh.
Yeah, it's worth checking out.
They're really hammering in the black rights here.
Yeah, there's a lot of those. OJ.
It's got to the point where it's a bit on the nose for them now.
It is kind of. They've got OJ Made in America, I Am Not Your Negro, and the 13. So like, yeah, they're really going for that. Yep.
We're not racist.
We're not racist this year. We're gonna
Yeah.
hammer it
I mean,
home.
good for them. We make fun, but you know, good for them. They're trying to make up for
those
past
are
discrepancies.
Nothing that they've nominated doesn't deserve it.
Oh,
So
yeah.
far. Like everything, and I'm like, yeah, it deserves it. That deserves it. That deserves it. That's all good shit. So yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like in this year, like, not that there wasn't any last year, but I feel like there was a lot more big, like, you know, diversity numbers this year. That's
All
it.
right. Well, the others is best documentary short, best live action short. Don't care, don't know.
Don't care.
Oh, the White Helmets. That's one for best documentary short subject. That's about those guys who like go into like after there's like a bombing in Syria, they'll run into like buildings and like get people out and stuff.
Oh, wow.
So those dudes are like
Heroes.
they're heroes. Yeah, that deserves it. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Foreign language film, haven't seen any of them.
No, I haven't seen any film editing. Ooh. I'm gonna.
Once again, I'm tied between Arrival and La La Land.
I'm gonna like. There's some pretty neat editing tricks in La La Land, but I'm gonna say Arrival just because they're dealing with like a story that is doing.
Oh yeah, well, I feel like the story is really in the editing in a lot of places, like like how it starts when it's a bit cryptic, and you're like, you hear that opening line, and you think this is gonna come back later.
There's a lot of like story elements that only really work because of good editing. So yeah, I'm gonna say Arrival probably
especially
deserves
that main
it.
sequence where. You know, in every film where there's a bit of a mystery, there's that one, sequence where it clicks.
And a lot of La La Land's editing is just like throwbacks to old Hollywood movie stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna
Arrival because of how it's actually very storytelling in the editing.
Yep, definitely.
Sound editing.
Sound mixing. Ooh.
You know what? In the sound editing, I'm gonna throw one out here. Deepwater Horizon. I know
is that nominated?
Yeah, sound editing. Deepwater Horizon.
Was it Arrival, Hacksaw Ridge, La La Land, Rogue One, 13?
You're looking at sound mixing.
Oh, sound mixing. Oh, sound editing.
I'm going to throw it out there and go Deepwater Horizon because I watched that film and it's actually with all the stuff going on, there is a lot of sound going on.
Yeah.
And there's the placement of it and the soundscape in general, it all worked really well because there's lots of explosions and whatever going on. So, I'm
gonna go with Arrival because that's the one I've seen. And La La Land, while it was, it's good. Like there's a lot of interesting sounds and stuff going on in it, and the music sounds really good. I thought sometimes that the vocal tracks were turned down a little bit too much.
Yeah. I agree.
So
sometimes
that kind of drops it down a couple of bars in my book.
Sound mixing, which people, yes, that's a difference.
I'm gonna go with either Arrival or you know what, Rogue One.
Rogue One, yeah, let's give it something.
Rogue One sounded real good.
Let's give it something.
Yeah.
Do the PCMR Oscar.
Production design. Oh, now this is interesting. So Arrival, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. That had some good. Hail Caesar, I didn't see it. La La Land, it was good. I'm gonna Arrival. No, I guess production design includes like the design of like the aliens and stuff. And
Yeah. Pretty much it includes like all the designs in general.
You know, I'm gonna go with Fantastic Beasts.
I was going to say the same thing because if you really think about it, they would have had to design all those beasts, and that was one thing that I really did not have a single complaint about in that movie.
No, they all looked really
they were all
fascinating.
unique. They were nothing I'd seen before, and they looked realistic. Yeah, that. Okay,
original score, La La Land. I mean,
Yeah, La La
come
Land,
on.
come on.
Original song. City of Stars. Empty. It's like, it's probably either going to go to something from like How Far I'll Go from Moana or one of the two La La Land
I
songs.
think it'll go to the audition.
I'm hoping City of Stars, man.
I'm hoping City of Stars, but it'll go to audition.
We definitely know like audition is going to be like, I think it was some article we were reading. It's like it's going to be like an
X Factor audition for the next
it's going to
5
be
years.
audition. Ugh. And anyone who does it, I want them to automatically say no.
No.
Fuck off. Two on the nose. Get out of here.
Yeah. Just like a million no's.
Yeah.
Makeup and hair. It's
Um,
the only one Suicide Squad has a nomination for, which is...
you know what? The Killer Croc did look pretty cool, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm Star Trek Beyond though, because it was a better film. And it had like all of like the stuff that Suicide Squad had, like
Well, I haven't
really
seen it, so
excessive.
I guess
like
I'm going to have to
makeup.
go for Suicide Squad.
Star Trek, man. It looked real good.
Give Suicide Squad the Oscar. Never thought I'd say that.
Costume design. Allied does not deserve that. Florence, what's her? Jackie, La La Land. Again, Fantastic Beasts. Like the costumes were more. It was more. I don't know.
It was period appropriate. at
Yeah.
least. Like, nothing.
I'm gonna go with
outlandish.
Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah, nothing.
Visual
outlandish, but-
effects. Now here's we've got some options: Deepwater Horizon, Doctor Strange, The Jungle Book, Kubo and the Two Strings, Rogue One.
Now, I've seen all of these. No, I've seen all of these. So this
Okay,
is hard
so-
for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna default to you because I've only seen some of these. So I'm thinking that it's probably gonna go to The Jungle Book just because I was like, it's a mostly CGI film
See,
despite the one kid.
I watched the Jungle Book last night. Like, I watched it last night, and it's
Yeah.
like the animals look realistic, but the second their mouths start moving for the talking, it takes me out of it so much.
I feel like
just think-
I knew that, you know, the animals are going to talk. I've seen animals talking in movies before. As far as like compared to things I've seen in the past, it's as good as it's gonna look.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just it took me out of it a bit. Not that it was bad. It took me out of it. Just the mouth animations.
I knew that's what I was going in for, so I didn't really
Have
care.
you seen the Jungle Book?
I've seen it. Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
it.
Well, yeah, the mouth animations kind of took it out. See, for me right now, I'm tossing up between Doctor Strange and Rogue One.
I want Doctor Strange to get it just because, like, especially for just that sequence where like he's falling through space is really cool.
Yeah.
Also, there's that bit at the end where like they're reversing time. That's super cool,
Yeah.
and I thought like it was cooler in that than it was in
Yeah, and
like Fantastic Beasts where they're like repairing things. Like that was like on a larger scale, but they did more interesting things with it.
oh, they
in
also,
Doctor Strange.
there was also that whole Dormammu's dimension.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
You know what? I think I'm gonna have to go Doctor Strange. I've talked myself into it.
Although Rogue One, I love me some Star Wars, and it did look like proper Star Wars. But yeah, I'd probably say Doctor Strange.
Yeah, Doctor Strange.
That's it.
That's it. This is a
All right.
screenshot of. Oh yeah,
Those-
this is my list. This is the list of the rest of the stories. But what is this?
Those are our picks for the Oscar noms. Do you wanna move on next to some? Speaking of Star Wars,
Yeah,
we
speaking
have
of
some
Star Wars.
Star Wars news.
Yes.
We finally have a title for Episode 8. Are you ready? Drum roll, please. Gonna add one in. The Last Jedi.
Yeah. Now, people are freaking out about this because there's a lot of memes like, oh, don't kill Luke Skywalker. I'm like, I don't think just calling it The Last Jedi means it. I was like, he is the Last Jedi.
Also, there's Jedi can be referred to as singular or as a plural.
Yeah,
So
exactly. It's like
It could be like the Last Jedi is like Rey and Luke Skywalker, or the last group of Jedi.
Yeah. Well, even in the older
If
movies,
it was the
in
last
text,
of the Jedi, maybe that'd be more like one. But
Yeah.
the Last Jedi is like
Yeah, see, and, like in the previous movie, like the original trilogy, they've referred to Luke Skywalker as the Last Jedi before.
yeah. And if you line up the Force Awakens and the Last Jedi, that's like a sentence. The Force Awakens, the Last Jedi. So maybe the third one will also be filling in that sentence. The Force Awakens, the Last Jedi.
To die. No.
To
I don't know.
the fall of the Empire or something, or something like that. I don't know.
Some shit.
Yeah. To that, I kind of like it.
Yeah, I like the red because the first time the logo's been in red, which is a really, really interesting.
No, I think it's like it's red every time a Skywalker dies. I think so. Revenge of the Sith, it was red. That's when like Anakin dies
really?
and
Like
Darth
the whole
Vader.
logo was red.
Yeah, like the Revenge of the Sith part was red, and then
I don't remember that.
and then I think Empire Strikes Back the first time, or Return of the Jedi. I think the first time that came out, that was red.
Oh,
And then so this one is also red. So
that I did not know.
yeah, so they could be killing off Mark Hamill. I don't think they will.
I don't think they will.
No.
I feel like they've called it The Last Jedi, as in it's going to be strongly focused on him.
Yeah,
I feel like it's going to be strongly focused on the relationship between him and Rey.
yeah, definitely. I reckon. I kind of like it as a title.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Yeah, I've no problems with it. It's fine. Like it came up with some funny memes. Like there was one I was telling you before, which was like edits of the logo. And, like it was like a sequence of 4 images, and the first one is the actual logo style.
The Last Jedi.
Then it was like Star Wars, please don't kill Luke Skywalker. Then it was Star Wars, I swear to God, Ryan, don't do it. Then Star Wars, I swear to fucking God, if I have to watch Luke Skywalker die with my own 2 eyes. I was in the middle of the logo.
Oh, that's
It was great.
yeah.
It was
But I think it's all right title. I mean,
And I've been teasing my mum with it because she swore off Star Wars forever when they killed Han Solo. Because she was alive when they originally came out. And,
Yeah.
you know, like Mark Hamill and Harrison Ford were like pretty much rock stars back then.
They were.
I remember she said that she had a poster of Harrison Ford in her room, and her best friend had a poster of Mark Hamill.
I think the Mark Hamill friend is cool. I mean, she picked the winning horse, obviously, because Harrison Ford had a better career. But
Yeah,
picking Mark Hamill is like, that's a proper nerd right there. Because
it's true. No, he does. You know, Mark Hamill's had a successful
he's
career.
done stuff,
He's
but
had a
like
successful
if you
career.
compare it to like Harrison Ford's career, it's like like Han Solo in Indiana Jones, like these big live action roles.
Joker.
I was the voice of the Joker, and I played the trickster in The Flash.
He's done a lot more than that.
He's a prolific voice actor. I'm just saying in terms of like film
Yeah, I
roles,
get what you're
Harrison
saying.
Ford is more. I ain't diminishing Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill's my boy.
Yeah, no, of course.
But yeah,
Yeah, no, so, you know, my mum was devastated when Harrison Ford died. She's like, nope, not seeing him. So every time I'm with her and I see a meme about Luke Skywalker dying in the next movie, I show her. She just glares at me. Because she doesn't want him to die as
all
well.
right. Now I like that Last Jedi logo. How about a logo I do not care for? Let's talk about this new Black Panther logo.
Oh, the faith every time you do a segue,
So,
I
all right.
do.
So previously the logo has been like classic Black Panther logo.
Shiny.
Shiny, gold trim, black in the middle, kind of like an ebony kind of look to it.
Yeah,
real
ebony
strong,
look.
real kind of regal, kingly like. It
Yeah.
looks like, that's the monarchy right there. This new logo kind of looks a bit more kind of dingy punk rock. It's kind of like white with like bits missing in the logo, so it's kind of looks like it's spray painted, like faded paint kind of look to it.
Yeah.
I do not care for it.
I prefer the last one. I feel like my emotions aren't as strong as yours. But I feel like, that last one that kind of with shiny and like
'Cause this
gold lining, the ebony feel to it.
This new one says to me, Black Struggle movie. The last one said to me, King of an African Country. This is a movie about a king of an African country.
Yeah, see, this
the
is-
logo should look like it belongs to the king of an African country.
Yeah, and it's like, this isn't a movie about black struggle. Like, if you want
No,
to make
no,
a movie
no,
about
no.
black struggle, that is fine. And use
That's
that
fine.
logo.
There's plenty of other films like that. But I'm coming here to see the king of an African country get shit done, be a badass.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm signing
That's
up
what we want
for.
to see. Yeah, it's good to see black people struggling in movies because,
They
feels
have.
bad to say. They have.
Yeah.
It showcases that. But, this isn't that. This is...
Give me my African King movie.
Yeah, this is
God
like,
dang it.
hey, black people can be rich badasses too. And they're kind of flipping it on its head by making this weird crack.
I don't know. I'm hoping that this is just like some cast chair because it hasn't been like officially changed on their Facebook yet. So I'm hoping this is just like for like cast chair photos or something. But maybe like if this comes out like with a trailer and that's the logo in it, I'm gonna be annoyed as
Yeah, 'cause it was just kind of in a picture someone put on their Instagram, right?
So yeah, I'm really, really hoping that
maybe it was a
they'll
test.
keep the real like super good logo.
Yeah. Maybe they put it out there just as like a test run. Like,
Test the waters.
test
Like,
the waters.
what do people think? And Aiden's response is, "Fucking don't change it. You got a good logo. Don't fuck it up."
Yeah. Because they did that for
Not a
Thor
fan.
Ragnarok as well, didn't they?
Yeah, like originally it was kind of like the other Thor films, but then they changed it to that like 80s thing when Taika Waititi kind of like really took over it. So I don't know.
Yeah, the logos aren't their strongest suit, Marvel.
Although I don't mind the new Spider-Man logo. It's fine.
It's fine.
I did kind of like that the other one was curved and more like the comic book one, but it's fine.
Fine.
At least it's not like steel again. Like it still looks fun. It's still like it's different enough to what these logos have been in the past. So I'm still on board for it. But yeah, this one is a change I do not care for at all.
No. And I hope it's just testing the waters and they don't actually do it. So,
All right,
logos, design.
do you want to talk about Uncharted?
Yes. As we've mentioned a couple of times in this podcast, they're adapting Uncharted video games.
We've been talking about it when it had a director, when it didn't have a director,
Yeah.
when there was Mark Wahlberg, and then there was no Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, well now they have slated in the filming. They're going to be filming in Colombia in late spring.
Do they have a cast or a director or a writer or
They have
anything
a
yet?
director.
Who's the director? Do we talk about that?
I think we talked about that
Okay.
at some point.
All right. Well,
Don't know.
you can look it up. We can't remember.
Yeah, we're not good at our job. This is a job.
Who's going to
it's a
be
hobby?
playing? Have they cast him yet?
Don't know.
Don't think so. All right.
Brett grabs his phone to IMDb.
So it looks like they're filming in Colombia, and the plot seems to be the plot of the first game, as far as we can
Yeah,
tell.
because they released a small synopsis, and it's basically Drake's fortune, which I don't know.
Is the least interesting of all of them, and I'd rather him be doing some of the other things. But I guess if you're going to be doing his like origin story that connects to him, like to Sir Francis Drake.
Yeah, and I get that, but at the same time, that he's not really related to him for starters.
Yeah.
Like if you played the third game, for spoilers, he's not
Yeah.
really related to him.
No.
And it's like I feel like you could do the second one, which is arguably the best. And it's like just find a way to make those small changes to adapt it. Because just it was in the one location. It was kind of
I don't know. End of the day, film's not going to be that great.
yeah.
Like we've got
Sure.
the games, we'll be fine. Like
they're the kind of games which is basically a movie. Anyway.
yeah, like the movie is, in no way can ever live up to how like exciting and fun the games are. So
The director is Sean Levy.
oh okay,
Click all cast and crew.
he's done things. All right.
Maybe they're currently doing the casting. Who knows?
Probably. We're probably like if it's going to be filming in late spring, we're going to hear
Yeah,
pretty
the
soon.
IMDb
Next couple of months.
The
Yeah.
IMDb has so little. It's got a director, 2 writers, 4 producers, and 5 art developers. And
Yeah.
a stuntman.
Oh, they've got a stuntman. Well, at least they've got that.
At least they've got their stunts down pat.
Yeah.
Like, if there's one thing you want to have ready
Yeah.
in time, it's
Is his
stuntman.
stunts. Yeah. All right. So Fox has been talking about doing an X-Men show for a long time now, a couple of years. We thought that was the end of it with Legion that's happening on FX, but apparently no. Apparently there's another one coming to the Fox actual channel. It doesn't have a title yet, but we have got a little plot description. It seems to be about
Yeah.
2 non-mutants who have to raise a mutant child in a kind of post-mutant world.
Yeah, protect them from the government, it said. So,
And Sentinels are apparently
Yeah.
involved.
so maybe, because like last week we talked about Sentinels being in Legion, so maybe they're going to find a way to connect it. Maybe this will. They already said that it isn't in the same universe as the X-Men
Movies.
So maybe these 2 will be in the same
Which,
universe.
like, I feel like every X-Men movie is in a different universe to the
Yeah.
last X-Men movie.
Which there's a theory about that we'll talk about when we get
Is
to
it to do with
trailers.
time travel? Some time travel bullshit? Yeah.
We'll get to it. We'll get to it next. We'll get
All
to
right.
it next.
All right. Do you want to get into these trailers?
Yeah, okay, we'll get into it right now. Okay.
Alrighty, let's talk about. Oh, do you want to save that Logan trailer plus? Do you want to go straight into it?
Let's go straight into it.
Let's go straight into it. All right.
Because I'll forget what I was going to tell you. Okay,
Yeah.
so this trailer, it's a great trailer again. I think I like
Bloodier
the first
than the
one
last
before.
one. I think the last one just because it had that
Yeah,
really great Johnny Cash song.
song.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I was going to mention, because there is a part in it where he goes, "Oh, you got an X-Men fan." He's holding an X-Men comic, and he
Yeah.
looks through and says, "Maybe a quarter of it happened."
Yeah.
Here's a fan theory.
Okay.
Fan theory is that in the X-Men movies, there is two universes.
Okay.
There is the universe of the actual X-Men and
Yeah.
what they're doing. Then there's the universe which is of the comic books in their universe.
Which one is which?
I think like the new trilogy, so Days of Future Past and whatever, they're all the old trilogy. They're all the comic book ones.
Yeah.
So all the last three are the comic book ones, and the original three,
Yeah.
and like X-Men Origins and Wolverine.
I don't think X-Men Origins counts anymore. I think that's been erased from existence.
Even the events that happened in it.
Yeah, it's completely different.
Okay, we'll get rid of that then. But I think like maybe at least the Wolverine and the original three are the ones in the main universe.
Yeah.
So that's just a fan theory as to why it's all so muddled up.
I think that's a really dumb fan theory, but all right.
It could work.
It doesn't work at all.
Did you hear
doesn't
the
work.
thing about how they made out that the Pixar and Disney are a whole one universe?
Yeah, but that's Disney Pixar just going like, sure, fine, whatever. If you all think that enough, fine. Not actually true, but we'll say it's true. Nod, wink, nod and a wink. But no, I only know like the behind the scenes kind of details because they don't have the rights to the X-Men comics. So they've made like actual like they've gotten like actual artists from the
they got
time
actual-
and made like new ones kind of
well,
like
they
just
actually
for
had
these
to get
films.
they did
Yeah.
actually get Marvel's permission to do it. And if you zoom in on the comic, it doesn't say it's by Marvel; it says it's by the X-Men Comics group.
Yeah.
And they actually made like the full comics, and it's like a full 4-page comic.
Oh, nice.
I say a full comic with 4 pages.
Yeah.
But like it's out there
Yeah,
somewhere.
it looks pretty.
It'd
I'm
be
hoping
pretty interesting or pretty fun thing to do if they released the comic with the movie.
that would be nice. I'm hoping they'll release that, or even if like when they release the DVD, there's like a special edition that comes with like those comics.
Yeah,
Man, that'd be pretty sweet.
that'd give me incentive to buy the DVD.
I'd also
I could just download it.
no man, yeah, buy it. Why not? I'd
We're
really,
legal, law-loving
I'd
citizens.
really like it if like at some point in this film we see him in that yellow and blue or yellow and black costume. I know it's like a stretch, but they've featured bits of the costume in the Wolverine in like a deleted scene. I want to see the costume, man. I want to see Hugh Jackman in the costume. I know, maybe if it's a flashback, like give me a flashback of him in the costume. Maybe like one last mission of him as Wolverine. He like does something. It's all bloody. He takes off the costume and then he's like, ugh. And then you go into the movie, and it's like him as Old Man Logan. That would they might not do that, but that would be really like a good thing for me if I could see him in the costume just once. Just fucking once.
Well, and like in the comic they're looking at, in that
He's wearing the
it.
like the comic book costume. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping they're not just gonna do that where like he looks at it and is like, I'd never wear a dumb costume like this. What are you talking about? It's like
The whole group.
like we're in this age where like people actually get to wear their comic book accurate costumes. Like Deadpool is wearing a comic book accurate costume. Doctor Strange is wearing a comic book accurate costume.
Yeah.
Pretty much everyone in the Marvel universe is wearing a comic book accurate
except
costume.
Scarlet Witch, but she doesn't have to wear
She doesn't
that.
have.
She doesn't have to wear that.
She could wear the little headdress thing. That'd be nice. Like if she could wear that. But the rest of it is like, no, you don't have to wear like this.
You don't have to be that skimpy. We're not that sexual.
You don't have to wear the leotard or whatever. But the head thing, that would be nice. Like it's like, here, this helps focus your powers. Wear this little head thing.
Yeah.
It's like that'd be cool. But
That would
that's
be a cool thing
neither
bringing
here
in the
nor there.
Civil War, because they were talking about the Civil War, how she's dangerous and out of control, whatever. So maybe if they
Bring it
brought
in
that
an
in
Infinity
there,
War. Oh yeah, bring it in there. That'd be cool. I haven't heard yet, but I'm kind of hoping that the next Ant-Man film has like Hawkeye and what like all of like
See,
the
well, they get
Hawkeye and Falcon, or maybe Scarlet Witch
See,
as well.
I feel
Yeah.
like they're getting to the point where most solo films aren't just solo films. They're going to have other characters from the MCU.
Because
in
if
it.
Thor Ragnarok's going to have Doctor Strange and Hulk
Hulk,
in it as
yeah.
well, then
And we already know Spider-Man has
Iron Man in it.
Yeah.
Just chuck him in there. Like,
Yeah.
why not?
Yeah, why not?
You have the characters on hand. Just make a story where, like, Ant-Man and maybe the Wasp is still the focus, but have them, scenes where, like, because they had Falcon come in the Ant-Man film, have him come back again. I mean, he's supposed to be on the run or whatever from the Sokovia Accords. Bring him in as like, we're all fugitives. Let's have a good time.
Yeah, and Captain America isn't Captain America anymore.
Mm-hmm,
I feel like people keep glossing over that fact. Like, no, he's not Captain America anymore.
Is he Nomad now, or is he just Steve Rogers?
We don't know.
I guess he's just
all
Steve
we know
Rogers,
is he dropped the shield, and him leaving the shield is him leaving Captain America.
That's true.
So he's just, I don't know what he is.
All right. Well,
Captain America.
I like this Logan trailer. Oh, we haven't talked about X-23. What do you think about X-23? She's badass. I really like her. I saw someone did like a fan art thing with like her and Eleven hanging out. I really like it.
Yes.
I would totally watch a show with those two.
Yeah. She seems like she just doesn't give a shit. That's what, cause the opening thing of it, she's in a servo, she's put the glasses on, she's got a Red Bull, she's eating some Pringles, and the guy's like, you have to pay for that. She's like, nah, I'm gonna fucking flip you instead.
She looks like she's kind of like a wild animal, and like Logan has to kind of teach her to deal with like, well, I've dealt with these abilities you've got now, that rage you've got in you, the claws in your hand, the healing ability. Let me teach you a couple of things.
And it's probably going to be like Mr. Sinister is probably going to be part of it.
I think I've heard Mr. Sinister is not in the film at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, there's no Essex Corp, but it's going to be Caliban is in it. He's being played by Stephen Merchant. Ravagers or something, whatever they're called. They're a bunch of people with like robot arms and stuff. I think there's a guy in a trailer who has like a gun hand.
Awesome.
And our guy who plays not Michael Pena, the other one,
Steve Murphy.
Holbrook. Boyd Holbrook.
Boyd Holbrook.
Yeah, he's the main villain in it, and we've also got
I'm happy to see him in something.
Hugh Grant or Hugh.
Really?
Whoever, not Hugh Grant. One of those people who has like a similar name to that.
Hugh Laurie?
Not Hugh Laurie. He's like a.
Is he Colin Firth? The
No,
other
no,
Hugh
no,
Grant?
no. He's Hugh. He's Hugh something.
The only other Hugh coming to mind is Hefner.
No. But it's like he's like a British actor, and he's gonna be playing like a scientist in it. So I think he's gonna be maybe working for Essex Corp or something. But I don't know.
Maybe the next X-Men will be.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be.
Sinister.
But I also think they're doing New Mutants as well at some point. That's coming up soon. So who knows what. X-Men movies are confusing. Who knows what's going to happen?
The timeline is confusing. They never really release anything. Cause like, the Legend of Zelda games, they released the whole timeline thing of that because it was very confusing. They're like, okay, we're going to release an official timeline so you all know. Just do that, Fox.
Yeah,
just do that. You'll help us all so much.
I bet they don't even know. They're just like, well, it doesn't matter. Just, have a few hints here and there. It's like, yeah, but end of the day, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Like,
then again, nerds like us was like, where is it in the chronological order?
I'm just glad they've got time travel involved in it now. So it's like, well, this all could have happened in different timelines. Every single movie is a different timeline.
Explain to me the timelines.
Nah, it
Explain
doesn't
to me
matter.
the timelines, what happened on which timeline, and where the timeline changed. And
For Marvel, I care. For the X-Men movies, just give me a good movie. I don't care if it cancels out some of the other ones, as long as it's good.
Well, that their track record has been good movie, bad movie, good movie, bad movie. So we just had the bad movie.
So we're due for a good
We're
one.
due for a good one.
Yeah, and then there'll be another one that's probably bad. But then after that, there'll be one that's good. But then we'll get a bad one. But then we'll get a good one.
It'll just be a never-ending cycle of this, like, hope and despair.
All right, do you want to talk about Colossal?
Oh, yes.
Okay. No, I like the concept idea. I know you're thinking
looks dumb in the good way. Dumb in the good way.
So this looks like so in Seoul, in South Korea, a monster appears out of nowhere, and it seems like Anne Hathaway
In America.
can control it with her body. It's some kind of like embodiment of her emotions or something. It's not entirely clear how she can control it, but I'm liking the concept. It's not something I've ever seen before.
It's just, I watched it, my jaw just slowly got more and more open, like, what?
I'm super keen for it. I love me a giant monster movie, and anytime you can put a twist on a giant monster movie and do something interesting with it. The only last time I saw something interesting done with a giant monster movie was the first Cloverfield. Because I was like, I'd never seen like a monster movie that was done from that. Like, it's real good. Like, it's worth watching. Done from with that like first person kind of.
Maybe I'd care more about the last quarter of 10 Cloverfield Lane if I watched it.
No, I don't connect at all. Like it.
Okay.
Yeah. Spoilers. They don't connect at all. But yeah, it's worth watching. I think it's an interesting film. But yeah, that was the last time I saw something really interesting done with like giant monsters. Because we saw like Pacific Rim, and that wasn't anything new. It was fun.
I haven't seen that yet. It's on Netflix.
Give it a watch. It's fun. It's
Yeah,
a fun
it's
film.
one of the things that's on my list, but it's not like a priority.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to John Boyega's coming in for the sequel. Because apparently his production company is producing it. He's starring in it. So
Yeah,
yes,
he's a
give
production
me that.
company now. Star Wars was his first main role. Now he's a producer. That's what Star Wars does.
That's what Star Wars does, man. He's
a
out
producer
there.
now. I wonder if Daisy Ridley's a producer yet. Oh, she's a sweetheart.
Yeah, yeah. Who knows what she's doing this? But yeah, I'm looking forward to Colossal. It looks interesting.
Indeed, it does.
It's got a bunch of comedic actors in it, so it could be like this kind of indie darling thing. I'm reckoning.
Like a sci-fi monster
Mm.
horror comedy.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about Aiden's childhood.
I don't know the song that well. I don't know the song that well.
Go Power Rangers.
I know that part.
Yeah, Power Rangers trailer. I'm gonna talk about the things
Fuck
that
off, phone.
I'm gonna talk about the things that I do like, and then I'll talk about. I have one thing that I kind of really do not like, but all right, things I do like. I like the cast. They seem interesting. They seem like they're, falling into the roles nicely. I'm liking the humor. It's cheesy, but that's what I expect from Power Rangers, so that's good. I'm liking Bryan Cranston as Zordon. I'm liking the design for Zordon. It's kind of like one of those nail handprint things, like you put your hand on it and then like a bunch of like pins pop out, except looks like someone's just done that on his face and put it on a giant wall. But I like the idea behind that because
Why not?
Instead of him like just being a head in a tube, he can move around the room, so he has like more like kind of. They can do a bit more with that.
space to
Yeah,
work.
there's more space to work, so that's good. I like that. I'm liking Bill Hader as Alpha 5. I thought when I saw just a picture of the design, I didn't like it, but in motion while it's moving, it's fine. It works for me. I like the suit designs. I think they look pretty neat. I'm liking that the face opens up while they're in the Zord, so they can you can actually see them in the suits doing stuff.
It gives them more space for acting. They are actors.
I'm not sure how I feel about the Zord, the Megazord design yet. It looks a bit kind of but that's okay. I'm liking the Zords though. The Zords look cool. I'm liking that there's martial arts. Like there's that moment that's like felt very reminiscent of the show for me, where they all kind of land in a line, and then the Blue Ranger does like a bunch of high kicks. So that's good. Martial arts that's what I'm there for.
Yeah.
It's good. So for the most part, I like most of the trailer. The thing I'm less keen on is Goldar, who's like the big giant gold thing. So what they've done, what I think they've done in this is that they've made it so that Rita Repulsa, her powers are kind of like she can take like so for the putty, she's taken like a bunch of like gravel and like rocks and stuff and form those into like sentient beings, and those will be her army. So they're kind of making her just like she's the villain, and then she has these powers that create these things. So they're not characters, they're just kind of extensions of her villainy. So they've kind of turned Goldar through as a character in his own right in the show. I'm not saying he's a great character. He's a monkey with wings in gold armor. But it's kind of a bummer, mostly for like other Power Rangers fans and stuff, that he's not a character in this, but just like a further extension of her powers, which, it would be kind of nice for her to have like a number two, like a right-hand man kind of situation. But that's neither here nor there. I don't quite like the design of that. It looks a bit too, kind of just big CGI mess.
I feel like you're the only person that's passionate about Power Rangers.
I'm not the only person this passionate about Power Rangers. There are a lot of us, all right? A lot of weird nerds out there.
I don't watch the trailer. I'm like, yeah, it's fine. Look, it's cool. Yeah.
I have detailed opinions.
Yeah.
Let me list them.
I shouldn't make fun because there are plenty of things that I'm like that with.
Look, I know it's dumb.
It's just when you're on the outside looking in. I'm not often on the outside looking in, but right now I'm on the outside looking in.
So this is what fucking nerds look like.
Yeah. I'm like,
Weird.
wow, this is what I'm like.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
No, But no, I'm liking it too. How did you feel about the humor in the trailer?
Yeah, it it felt like the MCU type humor, where it's just kind of it works, but in small doses. You wouldn't want a lot of it, but it works in its little small doses.
Yeah, I'm liking that there's like a little kind of cheesy humor in there. I think they've pulled like a lot of influences from a lot of things, like them like waking up, we've got all these abs. Where'd these abs come from? That's very kind of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
During the sequences where it looks like they're just discovering their powers, it really feels like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man.
It does feel like that a lot. But I'm down for this. Like, I'm on board. I don't think it's gonna be. Although the only thing that's worrying me a little bit is that I was thinking it had like a $70 million budget or something. It was something like, a mid-tier kind of like large budget. It's $150 million. Yeah, so this is like a real, like a big budget
That's
film.
decent, yeah.
So I'm worried it's not gonna make its money back. I mean, I'm not worried, because I have no financial stake in it. But
Aiden is a producer.
I'm worried in the sense that I'm gonna get one just okay one, and then I'm never gonna get another one, because I would like some more of these. I want them to be good, and I want more of them, because they've introduced Rita. She's got like the kind of, it seems like in her staff she's got the green power coin, which probably means they're gonna get Tommy Oliver, the Green Ranger, and I'd like a movie where we get a Green Ranger. So that's what and then further on from there, maybe different other kinds of Power Rangers. But I don't.
This really must be what it's like talking to me about like
It
Marvel
really
or
is
Star
like,
Wars.
I know how nerdy and weird I sound, but my opinions are valid, and I have them.
I'm just like, yes, green ring. Okay, yes.
Not ring, power coin. Get it right.
Oh, power coin. Okay.
But no, I knew the name of all of these things. Like, oh yeah, there's Angel Grove. there's Jason. Oh no. So I'm just sitting here like, yeah.
It's like us in the MCU movies. Just every time we see someone who turns the person, it's this person.
There's that thing. There's that place. There's that location. That's that thing. So I'm hoping like another 2 or 3 movies with this cast, and then maybe we can go on to do some like other seasons. Maybe, I don't know. I'm keen for it.
Yes.
I'm down. I'm keen.
It looks quite cool.
Especially
Especially I'm
like
at with it.
Especially if you get a sequel of the Green Ranger and you get like a really good version of the Green Ranger arc where like he comes in and then he's evil and he's being controlled by Rita and then he has to finally fight her back. That would be like the Empire Strikes Back of Power Ranger movies. That on a big budget on the big screen would be the tits.
Yes, it would.
So yeah,
yes, it would.
I'm gonna state just like it seems like I'm expecting Oscar. No, it's not Oscar quality. No. I'm expecting Pacific Rim with a little bit more martial arts in it.
Big
and maybe
dumb fun.
A dose of like teenage angst. That's what I'm looking for.
Always use a dose of teenage angst.
Yeah, so I'm not looking for the best. I'm not looking for good. It's produced by Saban. I'm not expecting it to be super great.
Wait, it's Saban. Is it just Saban?
It's being produced by Saban and Lionsgate. So that's like their big kind of budgets of producers. Lionsgate coming in. It's like, okay.
But I thought it was just like a person that just had the one name, like,
No,
like sure.
There is Haim Saban is a person, and then there's the Saban company who like produced. They did Power Rangers and they did Beetleborgs, a bunch of shit from the 90s and early 2000s. So yeah, I'm a worried man.
Go Power Rangers.
I think it'll be good. How did you feel about them using Kanye West in a trailer?
I was fine with it.
I'm fine. Like I've heard it in like other trailers doing it. I think everyone else should stop. Like this is the last one. I feel like after this, that song came out in like 2010. Stop using it.
They really like putting rap songs in trailers lately.
And they've used a few Kanye West songs recently. Like they used them in the Assassin's Creed trailer. It was like, I am a god. Do do do.
So I feel like the two big things for trailer right now is rap songs or like slow mellow versions of pop songs.
Yeah.
Which technically that was Logan because Johnny Cash's Hurt was originally by 9 Inch Nails.
That's true.
So
but it's a really good cover though.
Yeah. Oh, really good cover. But technically. If we want to get technical.
Yeah, true.
Anyway,
but I'm excited for it.
You done with your Power Rangers now?
I'm pretty much done. Do you want to
do some recommendations?
Recommendations. I haven't really done anything. I finished Voltron Legendary Defender Season 2.
Oh, how was it?
So good. Still fucking good. Season 2 is better than Season 1. Still amazing. It ended
God.
again on a kind of a cliffhanger, which was kind of annoying because I was kind of hoping, is this going to be it? It's just going to be 2 seasons? Could I be fine with that if it's 2 really good seasons? But it seems like we're going to get a 3rd season. So I'm hoping maybe they end up there. But it's such an easy show to binge because every episode leads into the next one. Like
Okay.
there's no there isn't really a filler episode. There's maybe one, but there's still enough going on in it that like adds enough like
See,
character
I'm
development.
fine with filler
that's good.
episodes if they're good filler episodes.
Yeah, there's only 13 episodes to the season, so it's not a lot of room to spare to
Half-hour
waste.
episodes.
Yeah, like 20 minutes, half hour. Yeah, it's good. Highly recommend it. Like if you're looking for something once you finish all of like Legend of Korra,
I was just about to mention that I finished it all.
you finished it all.
I
Voltron.
finished it all.
Switch to Voltron because it's from the same animation company. So this is like if you're looking for that kind of like really good kind of Legend of Korra feeling,
My heart
but in
is
space and with robot lions, Voltron.
my heart is still just broken because I feel like I got really connected with those characters and I didn't get enough out of them. Like, and there's never going to be any more.
No,
we are
that's
done with
that's
this
it.
world. Like, there's going to be. Apparently, they're going to do some Legend of Korra comics,
Yeah.
but it's not going to be any more shows.
What was your favorite season of Legend of Korra?
I think season 2 was my favorite.
Oh yeah.
I feel like I don't know. Season 3 and 4 were still great, but I feel like they weren't as good as 1 and 2.
Season 3 is my favorite. It's like start to finish, fucking amazing, and it had the best villain, and the best villain fight. I thought as well.
See, I disagree about season 3. I feel like there was some things in season 3 that took me out of it. Like Henry Rollins' character, can't remember his name.
And neither can I.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Because when Korra opened the spirit portals, airbending came back to the world, he just got his airbending powers. Yet they want me to believe that he's just became the most powerful airbender in the world when he's just discovered
He's
his
been
powers.
studying it his whole life.
They never mentioned that, though.
I feel like that it either gets mentioned in season 4 or like but he was obsessed with the airbender culture. So like while he was in there, like he was still
maybe I missed
he was still
that.
like a great martial artist. That's why he's locked up in there because he's a crazy radical and he's a great martial artist. So when gets his powers, it's like, oh well, time to put all this martial arts skills to use. So yeah.
See, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking that I want to, like, at least tell me he's studied it his whole life, because I don't ever remember being told that he studied it his whole life, if I'm being honest.
Well, you can kind of tell by watching the show that this is a dude who's obsessed with airbending culture. So
Yeah. I don't know, though. And also, what's the other thing about it?
I loved his character. He's my favorite villain, honestly. I fucking loved him.
No, I think season 2, just because I was loving all the spiritual stuff in it, learning about the spirits and learning about the first Avatar.
I feel like season 2 was kind of hit and miss for me a lot. Like I really liked that Avatar episode, and kind of from there on, it was really good. But season 3 and 4 are kind of really where I felt the show hit its stride and was like, bam, 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 all good, all the time, fun.
Nah, season 2 was my favorite. I just love all the spirity stuff.
And I really like season 4 because I forget her name,
I
but
did like the time jump.
Zelda Williams as like
Kuvira?
Kavira. She's amazing. She's
yeah.
so good. I love the way she finally beats her is just the full combination of all of her Avatar training, like really coming to like, okay, this is how I'm gonna solve the situation. It was good. It's just it hit so many
they basically
themes.
took down that army with guerrilla warfare. They really did, because there was basically 6 of them against a whole army, and they won.
It was good. Yeah.
Yeah, so I finished up watching that, and I've pretty much at the end of playing Dishonored 2,
Oh yeah.
Vincent D'Onofrio is in it. He's one of the bad guys. Because of
Neat.
course he is.
Yeah. I'm about where am I up to in Far Harbor? I've just done the
Still on
red
Fallout.
the Red Death. It's like if you help out the Mariner like a whole bunch, you get to do like one last mission with her, and it's kind of more kind of a joke mission at the end there. But yeah, I helped out all the people of Far Harbor, I think, as much as I can, and then I'm gonna do some stuff with Acadia. Like I think there's still some help stuff I can do with them, and then I might do some of the Children of Adam, and then finally
the
decide which one I should burn to the ground.
See, there's ways you can do it without burning anyone to the ground.
Oh, good, because I'm gonna choose that one.
Yeah, no. Because, see, the Children of Adam, I did all their side missions because, get all the experience I can. But
Also, I'm like level 72 right now.
yeah. But see, the thing is, with Far Harbor, even if you're highly leveled, the difficulty. Is,
It scales up. Like I've still had some trouble killing trappers and stuff. Like
I had some difficulty when I went over to Far Harbor.
Mm.
I was like, yeah.
Like even with Automatron, there was a couple of those robots that were really hard to kill. It wasn't until I like went and did some stuff to get experience so I could do the perks to get those robotics one. Because once you get those robot hack perks, it's kind of just like running up to them, hacking them, shutting them down, and then being like, okay, and then going on and dealing with something else, hack them, shut them down. So I've been doing that a lot. Every time I encounter a robot, I'll just hack it and shut it down, and then maybe set it to self-destruct.
Just for the fun.
Because there's some nice explosions in that game.
Indeed.
Good explosions.
Indeed there are. Nah. See, when you're doing the missions with the children of Adam, it's just like... At the same time, it's like, you're fucking idiots and you're all dicks. But at the same time, it kind of humanizes them, doing some of the side missions for them. But I'm like, you're still dicks.
Oh, and I'm watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because that came back.
Oh, yeah, I watched... Did I even watch the first episode back?
It's been good. Like I'm liking the LMD storyline so far.
Yeah, we watched the first one together.
Yeah, I'm liking it.
Yeah, I haven't watched the second one yet though. I've been so
It's
busy
pretty good.
applying for
It's
jobs and whatever.
like the season's like it's still continuing to be good. Like I was kind of worried like once they were done with Ghost Rider, that quality couldn't continue, but it's still going strong.
Yeah.
They're still having like really big events happening in episodes. Like these first 2 episodes have progressed the story like
Oh, yeah.
heaps.
I need to watch the second one because I've watched the first one, but not the
A
second.
lot of shit's happening. Like no one can say that it's just taking its time, being real slow. Like no, they're getting shit done. It's good. I'm enjoying it.
Need to get back to it. So yeah, Legend of Korra and Dishonored 2 are the only things I've been up to. So you've been up to Far Harbor.
Yeah, a lot of that.
Yeah.
Still balls deep in that. And then I got Nuka World, and then Watch Dogs 2.
Finally.
Finally.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get to that until I move. I reckon. Like,
Oh, that's like next week.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and I've got my comedy thing coming up in Canberra.
Oh yeah. We'll be
That's
there.
coming
We'll
up
be there
on
next
the
week, going
1st of February at the Civic Pub, Lonsdale. 8 Lonsdale Street
Yeah, 8 Lonsdale Street in Canberra.
in Canberra. So if you're in Canberra, Wednesday the 1st, you want to see some comedy, go to that because I will be there and other people will be there, and
It'll be a
we'll
good
see.
time.
Yeah, we'll see how I go.
Have some laughs. Have a
Indeed.
fucking laugh, mate.
Yes. All right. Do you want to do the plugs for all of our bullshit?
Yes, let's do some plugs. What do we have,
So
Aiden?
we have, if you want to get in contact with us, talk to us about any of the bullshit that we've talked about today, we can find us. You can find us on...
We can find us where we are.
Yeah, I can find you right over there on the other microphone.
Hello.
You can find us on Facebook, facebook.com/PCMR Podcast. You can also find us on Twitter at PCMR Podcast. We're also on Instagram at PCMR Podcast. We're also have our own personal Twitter accounts. I'm at Aiden's Vlog, AIDANSVLOG.
I'm at MeMan125. Every time I do mine now, you just look at me like, is he gonna fucking ASMR it? Is he gonna fucking ASMR it?
Don't you do it.
I feel like for the next 6 months, it's gonna do it normally. Then the second you feel safe, I'm gonna ASMR it again.
Well, this time I can kick you if you do it. When it's just over Skype, I'm like, I'll beat you to death if you was in the room. Now, like, I'm just gonna be sitting here whenever we do like
do
the plugs. I'm just gonna have a baseball bat right here. It's like, what's that about ASMR? Huh? That's right. That's what I thought. You can contact us by email, pcmrpodcast@gmail.com.
We check it maybe once a month.
We also have our own website, pcmrpodcast.net. Check us out there.
It's got all the stuff.
That's kind of it. Unless you want to listen to us, then if you want to listen to us, go to YouTube and iTunes, subscribe there. That's where we post all our audio. All the social media links can be found on the website. So if you want somewhere easy to remember, just remember pcmrpodcast.net. You'll find it all there. Hopefully this year we'll be getting into making videos more soon. I think.
Yeah,
I
I think as once we've probably moved in
together, we're going to get into it.
I'm
so
just
busy.
trying to settle back into
so
living
busy.
in Wagga, and I'm trying to get a job.
Yeah, I just started a new job. I've got 4 shifts back to back tomorrow.
Including one on tomorrow, Australia Day.
Yeah,
Double pay.
that's cool. You were the one that reminded me of that because I was just thinking, oh yeah, I'll work Thursday. That'll be fine. And then it just hit me. It's like, oh, that's bulk money, money. Yep. All right. So that's it for this podcast. We'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
See ya.
Farewell.